Hey there, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and today we are getting ready to do, I keep saying one last Christmas craft, and then I end up doing another and another. But this is a great little one to do when maybe you need little tiny hostess gifts or teacher's gifts or an extra little stocking stuffer. These are perfect. I mean, you can do it, I'm doing small. You can do it on a larger scale and just make it a gift. But what we're doing is we're gonna make some little candles, and we're doing it in containers that I've thrifted. So I've got a couple that are little, that are kind of, look at how cute these are, these little cups. So this one with the little winter scene. I have some that have nothing to do with Christmas because they're going to last longer in the shop. This little guy with the lid, and I love, you know, like little vintage silver plated things that nobody wants that you can thrift pretty cheaply. Oh, I got it for almost $2 off, so about $2.50. Okay, I can't get them for that anymore, so I must have had this sitting in the back 40 for a while. Anyway, I'll worry about the sticker later. And even old mugs. I love these. I sell these in the store, but this one has got a little crack in it. But it will make a super cute candle. So, whatever little containers that you want. The nice thing about little containers is that they make such a great little gift. And we don't always need big candles or big gifts. So what I use is a little baby tiny crock pot that I got at the thrift store for $5. Now, obviously it doesn't melt a lot of wax at once. It doesn't make a lot of candles at once, but I add the wax into it, let it sit, then as it melts down, I add a little bit more. And because I tend to use, so I make soy candles, and I like to buy natural soy flakes, so they melt quite quickly. And I don't add scent to it because scents give me a headache. So scented candles bug me, and I don't want to have even the candles sitting around me because then the scents in the shop give me a migraine. So I don't sell scented soaps. I had somebody in here wondering about scented soaps and things. I'm kind of, I don't sell those either because they make me sick. So yeah. But everybody likes to buy me scented candles, and then I can't use them. So there you go. So I'm overfilling this just because I know it's going to melt down. And I just leave it there. And I just have, well, generally I have a little stick. Oh, here we go. I just have a little stir stick, and I just keep stirring it around till it's ready. And I have just a tiny little measuring cup that I can dip in, pour in. So in the meantime, I can get all of my little pots ready. And I have these that came with my original soy packet, but you can get these at, you know, a craft store. And they are the candle wick stems, and they are waxed so they stand up tall. Now, you could just have them as they are, but they come with these handy dandy little stickers. So you stick it on the bottom, peel off. Okay, if you have nails, it's easier. Peel off the bottom. So now this is sticky. And you can stick it down into the middle of your container. I do find that regardless, when you add the wax is hot. It melts the wax along the wick. So I just take popsicle sticks that I can reuse after, and I just do this. So it props it up, holds it up. I can pour in on the other side. I will probably get a little piece of tape and just tape it across there to keep it tall. I don't trim the wicks until after my candle is set, just so that I get the right height. So I'm just going to get all of my little containers set up while I'm waiting for that to melt. Easy peasy. I mean, if you're doing this for Christmas, you can go off and bake some cookies, keep coming back, stirring. It's all perfectly safe. As your wax melts, you can slowly fill up your cups. Now, it's entirely possible, so just being careful. This is obviously hot, but as it dries, as it cools and it hardens, you may find that it dips down a little by the wick, in which case then you can simply top it up. But I just kind of go with, there's some that's melted in there, so I will top up some of these. Afterward, I can go and I can clean off, you know, any of the wax strips off the side of the mugs, of the, you know, little cups and that sort of thing. I can clean those as I go, but I just start filling up and adding more wax. All right, we have all of our little candles ready to go. And all that we need to do is remove our popsicle sticks. They're kind of covered in wax, but I save them. I use them for other things. And just kind of snip off our wick. We don't want it to be sticking up huge. And then ultimately, we're just going to be cleaning off any of the waxy over drip. And I just usually take my finger to get the excess, use my nail. If you don't have a nail, use another little tool. I mean, on this one, I don't want to scratch the surface because it's got this lovely little kind of plastic wraparound look to it. And then I'll just kind of polish the surface out so that it's fine. This guy took the popsicle sticks off already. I'm going to cut this one a little lower because he's got his lid. Like, look how cute that little jar becomes as a little candle. And then these little Christmas cups, so sweet. The two of them. They're still slightly warm. I don't find when I use the soy wax that I get the dip down in there. Sometimes, like if you're using paraffin, it'll dry high at the sides and dip down in the center, and you kind of have to refill to be able to get it nice and even. The soy doesn't do that. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to do the paraffin candles all the time, and we were melting it on the stove. Paraffin, highly flammable, right? So scary stuff, but we used to melt it on the stove at the cottage and take the hot paraffin all the way down to the beach where we would have dug holes in the sand. And I did this with my grandkids actually up at the cottage too. And we would embed shells into the side, have our wick sticking up in the center that we've pushed down into the sand. So it's got a top, and then we'd pour our paraffin in there and let it just sit and harden. And then we just dig out our candle and all of the shells are embedded. We've got the sand on the outside. Super cool. The other thing that we did was we used to take a milk carton and you put all kinds of crushed ice in there, stick the wick down as well. We would stick the wick into a hole in the bottom of the container, tape it all off so that the wax won't sneak out, fill it with crushed ice, fill it with the paraffin, let it harden. I mean, it's going to harden really pretty quickly around all of the ice, but we just let the ice melt, pour off all of the water, and then you have this cool candle that's got all these ice holes all in it and things like that. So I don't know why we kind of grew up doing little candle projects, but we did. But you can see, you know, even just as you're out thrifting, picking up these little containers until you're ready to, I mean, look at, this is just a little one of teacup, right? Just a little green tea teacup, and just makes a super cute little candle. And then the sterling silver, of course, sterling silver. It's not sterling silver, it's silver plate. I'm not ritzy enough to do it in sterling silver. But with all of that gorgeous patina on it, you've got the little lid, so it becomes this decorative item with the candle inside. So sweet. Super easy. When you do it in like a little crock pot like that, it only has one temperature setting. It just is warm. Like I mistakenly poured one out, dumped it all over my hand. It's not hot, it's fine. So if you were looking at doing it with kids, this is infinitely safer than melting paraffin on your stove. It's not going to catch fire, and if your kids get their hands in it, it's warm. It's not going to burn them. Now, double check. That's the setting that's on this. It's just a little warming crock. It's not like a big cooking crock at all. But, you know, it's kind of a fun thing that kids get to see. It's not, you know, I don't know. They just make kind of cute gifts that you could have them making, you could certainly make. And they're one of those things that you can have a variety of different containers, make a bunch of candles, and then you have them for throughout the year whenever you need a quick little personal gift that you're giving, a little candle that you made. If you like scents, you can add some essential, you can add some scent to it. You know, or just leave them unscented so that they're perfectly fine to gift even people like me that can't do the scents. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think of this one, guys, and you know, look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.